totally gone. It's gone.
What the fuck is going on?
One of the things I love about street hypnosis and in fact therapy is seeing people's responses and reactions to hypnosis. As well as that, I love seeing bystanders, onlookers' reactions to hypnosis. That's what makes me really be so passionate about this wonderful art. You saw in that very short clip just how he was responding with such puzzlement in hypnosis, and you're going to see more of him today. You're going to see a induction and a couple of skits from this guy, and I'm going to be talking in a tutorial after the video about this clip and some of the wonderful things you may not notice when you're looking at this video. So please do stay tuned and see us inside. Hi there, my name is Tyrell Mirza. I'm a hypnotist and clinical hypnotherapist, and every week I usually show you a little bit of street hypnosis. Now, for the last 7 weeks I haven't posted anything. I've posted a few shorts that you can check out, but in terms of these tutorials, I usually do a tutorial where I'll show you a bit of street hypnosis and then talk about that street hypnosis, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's February 2024, so I'm going to try and get back on that horse. If you're watching this live just right now all over YouTube, there's a lot of more famous than me YouTubers quitting YouTube. They're saying it's taking up a lot of time, it's taking up a lot of energy, and they want to do other things, other projects. And I don't want to class myself in the same league as those bigger league YouTubers, but that's been the situation. I've been doing hypnosis conventions, I've been attending and talking at hypnosis conventions, I've been presenting live at local events in and around Belfast, and of course my full-time job is seeing and working with clients, and that's kept me busy as well. But I still love this and I still haven't quit. I just have been away for a while. So if you noticed, thanks very much, and if you didn't, well, let's get on with it. You're not here to hear about why I haven't been posting. So this week, as I say, I'm going to be showing you this lovely gentleman that you saw that very brief clip at the beginning. I'm going to induce him into hypnosis, and then you're going to see a couple of skits. Now, this video starts out, the first 22 seconds is just audio. I'll put a link to other videos where I've talked about this in depth, but what I do is I record everything, and then when they give me permission to film, I turn the cameras on. So you can hear me during the first 22 seconds asking for permission to record, but I keep that in this footage, not just because of that, because I want you to see that there's no interaction with these people. You can hear me in the audio for the first 22 seconds just walking up to this crowd sitting at the QCon event, and I say, here, would you like to be hypnotized? And somebody volunteers, and then I say, well, do you mind if I video? That's all there is to that 22 seconds. There's a bit of off-camera stuff where he's asking, oh, you're going to make me bark like a dog or cluck like a chicken. But apart from that, the core of me leaving that in is just to show to you, to prove to you that there's no trickery here. There's nothing that's happened and set up off-camera. That is the total interaction you're going to see from start through to the first couple of skits. Now, there's more skits from him, so make sure you give this video a thumbs up, make sure you give this video a like, don't forget, click the subscribe button and that bell notification button so you get notified every time there's a new video comes out from myself. And like I say, I might not be able to squeeze one in every week going forward. I'm going to do my best, but if I don't, clicking that bell will make sure you get notified when there's a new video coming out. And if you have any comments, it obviously helps the algorithm, it feeds the algorithm and promotes my videos so more people see it, and you know, it encourages me to keep going. But if you do have any questions about hypnosis or anything about this video that maybe I overlooked in the tutorial, please leave it in the comment section below. That's just as important. I love reading your comments and responding to your comments, so I like to see the insights of a different viewpoint of people seeing things maybe I've missed in describing the video. So without further ado, let's see this guy in action. He was fantastic, so here we go. Today we're doing some hypnosis out and about today. Anybody want to be hypnotized?
I want to be hypnotized.
Okay, Faddy wants to be hypnotized.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Is it okay if we record it for our social media?
Please.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Can I, like, help me out of it? I don't know.
I'll have a shot. Yeah.
How would I get hypnotized? Am I gonna turn into a dog?
What's that?
Chicken. Am I going to turn into a dog or a chicken?
I'm not going to turn you into a dog or a chicken, but you'll have some fun entertainment today. Okay? And you're happy enough to be hypnotised by me. That's the main thing. I'm just, how well are those glasses on your head? Get the fall off. You're moving around. So
am I going to fall?
You're not going to fall down, but you might move your head or whatever, and I don't want them to drop forward. And your name is, sorry?
Fadi.
Fadi, look at your hand. Look at the lines in your hand. Just pick one spot and one line.
Yeah.
And as you stare at that spot, just focus all your attention on that spot as I move that hand towards your forehead. Notice how in a moment that hand's going to start to move towards your forehead all by itself, without any conscious thought on your part. As it continues to move, notice how your eyes can begin to change focus. That's right. As it gets closer and closer, just close your eyes down now and let that hand move towards your forehead, knowing when that hand touches your forehead, your legs and back will support you, but you'll go into a wonderful state of hypnosis. That's right. And you don't need to say a thing. Just let that hand move nice and slowly all by itself, knowing when that hand touches your forehead, your hand will drop down by your side, your head will drop down to your chest, and you'll go down into your wonderful state of hypnosis now. Sleep deeper, 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 relaxed. And the deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel. The more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go, drifting and sinking down, even deeper still. Legs and back support you all the time. As I count from 10 down to 1, go even deeper. So 10, going deeper now. 9, even deeper. That's it. Letting your body sway, just help to absorb you into this wonderful feeling of hypnosis now. Your unconscious knows exactly what it feels like to be there. Now, as I count 8, even deeper. 7, 10 times deeper. 6, 100 times deeper. By the time I get to the number 1, your unconscious will take you to a place that I couldn't take you to. So deep, so relaxed that everything I say will become your reality. So 5, even deeper still. 4, so deep, so relaxed. 3, even deeper still. 2, way down. Way down. You're doing fantastic. And 1, way down. In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3 you can open your eyes and you'll be back with us, but every time I say the word sleep or deeper sleep, your eyes will close, your head will drop down to your chest, and you'll go even deeper still. Nod your head that you understand. Every time I say the word sleep or deeper sleep, your eyes will close, your head will drop down to your chest, and you'll go even deeper. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. What was that like?
That's quite deep.
It was deep. And sleep now, way down. Even deeper, even more relaxed. Deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed. In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 3 again, and every time I say the word sleep or deeper sleep, your eyes will close and your head will drop down to your chest and go even deeper, way down, deeper, deeper, deeper. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Isn't that cool? Sleep, way down, 10 times deeper, 10 times more relaxed. In a minute, this time when I count to 3, you'll feel so relaxed, so comfortable in this position, so wonderfully at ease in this position that you will not be able to move your feet. Your legs will feel like they're steel, like they're cemented to the floor, like they're glued or stuck to the floor, like your feet are 10 tons and you cannot lift them. Nod your head that you understand. The harder you try and lift those feet, the more those feet just stick in the position they're in now. Nod your head that you understand. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Feeling good? Go ahead and try and move your feet. Really try. Really try. Locked and stuck. And the more you try, the harder they stick. What's that like?
It's kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Really try. Really try. Really try. Isn't that cool? Really crazy. And sleep now. Deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel. The more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go, drifting and sinking down even deeper still. In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, your feet will no longer be stuck. Your feet will no longer be stuck, but just as quickly as your feet become unstuck, your name sticks to the back of your mind. Your name sticks to the back of your mind and you will not be able to say your name. It's like your name is gone. It's stuck to the back of your mind. You cannot find it. And the more you try and find that name, just like you tried to move, that name will lock and stick at the back of your mind. Nod your head that you understand. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Move your feet, make sure they're okay now. Wasn't that crazy? And look at me. What's your name? Can you try and say it?
Sorry, what?
What's your name? It's gone now.
My name?
Your name's gone. What's your name when you try and say it? The harder you try, the harder it sticks.
My name?
Your name. It's gone.
My name?
Your name. You know, you can say your surname. Your surname is... It's gone. Totally gone. Even if you hear it, you can't say it. Even if you hear it, you can't say it. What's his name? It's gone.
What the fuck is going on?
Do you know the birthday song? Happy birthday to me. When you sing the happy birthday song,
I don't know all of it.
when you sing it as best as you can, your name will come back to you, but only when you sing the song. Sing the song as best you can.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Fadi. Happy birthday to Fadi.
And it's gone now. It's gone. What's your name?
Happy birthday to Fadi.
And it's gone when you don't sing.
Yes.
But you know what? When I click my fingers, your name is Bob. What's your name?
Bob.
Hi, Bob. How do you do? How do you spell Bob?
B-O-B.
Okay. And what's the spell like backwards?
B-O-B.
Oh, very good. Isn't that cool? It's a lovely name, Bob.
That's a nice name.
There you go. Have you got any ID on you?
No.
No? No student ID or pass or
Student
anything?
ID probably.
There you go. Just to check, see what it says. There you go. Bank card will do. What's your name?
Al-Hag.
So, where's the B.O.B.? Is that your ID?
Yes, student IDs don't usually have.
But what's your?
first
Well,
names.
what about the bank card? Does your bank card say your name?
Initials as well.
Initials? But your initials is B for Bob.
I can't find them.
So is that your card?
But this is not mine.
It's not yours?
But
There you go.
this is not mine either.
Oh, no, it's not yours either. Okay, okay. So what's your name?
Bob.
Bob. Of course it is. Put your cards away. Make sure you don't lose them. You look confused, Bob.
Should I not be?
Well, I mean, you're not. People shouldn't be confused when they're not. There's nothing to be confusing.
Right.
Because your name's Bob.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's it. What's his name?
Sorry? Bob.
Bob.
Bob. There you go. Good to meet you, Bob. Look at my hand. And sleep now. Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel. The more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go. Drifting and sinking down even deeper still. Hi and welcome back, and thanks for staying for the tutorial. Wasn't he a star? I really loved that one. He's almost one of my favourites of that day, if not that weekend at QCon. Just for no other reason than his puzzlement and his looks on his face as he was under hypnosis. So I hope you enjoyed that, and there's going to be more, like I say, so make sure you keep following this channel so you get notified when the next video comes out from that chap. So let's break down that video. Right from the start, you hear me dispelling any fears. As I said at the intro, there was nothing off camera. I walk up to these folks and I say, hi, would somebody like to be hypnotized? And he said, yes, I'll do it. And he quickly jumped up. That you didn't see that part on video, but within 20 seconds, we were rolling the camera. And right off, he's obviously got some concerns. Am I going to bark like a dog? Are you going to make me cluck like a chicken? And I say, no, simple as that. I don't labour the situation. I don't add to any misconceptions that he hasn't raised, because that can implant ideas in his mind. If I say things like, oh, you're not going to give me your PIN number, he's going to go, why did he mention my PIN number? So you won't give out any private information, any confidential information when you're in hypnosis, but some people ask that, and if they ask that, I will tell them. But if they don't mention it. Don't inject any ideas or any thoughts in their mind that they don't have. He was worried about that, and I said, no, you won't, and moved on swiftly. That's all the pre-talk I need. Now, in terms of responsibility for that gentleman, you're hypnotizing somebody, responsibility for those people, not just for him and his physical well-being, his mental well-being, but also any products. If he's got a mobile phone in his hand, or he's got a mobile phone sort of hanging out of his pocket. In this case, the gentleman had glasses on his head, and I knew at some point he might drop his head down and the glasses might fall off. So you've got to assess him right away and have responsibility for anything that he might break in terms of glasses or phones or anything else. That if he's carrying a bag or something, you'll see me in other videos saying, can you set that bag down, just so that we can concentrate on the hypnosis. So that's step one of analysing this before we even get into the crux of the hypnosis, is making sure you look after that person and everything that he has about him. So we move into the hypnotic induction, and right away I'm going to use the hand to face induction on this gentleman, and it works very smoothly. But notice what happens as I get him to focus his attention on his hand. he's acknowledging that right away. He's going, He's talking at every stage of it. Now, that's not going to ruin the process, and as you see, it didn't ruin the process at all. He went into hypnosis wonderfully, and the hypnosis and the skits were great, but you don't need that. And there is a point where you see me say, you don't need to speak, just allow that experience to happen. It's not going to ruin things, but I want him to focus on what's happening. And it's just, if that happens, just tell him you don't need to talk any longer. Just focus all your attention on what's happening inside, and that will help the process along even more smoothly. Then, as I'm talking him into trance, you see my hand coming up behind him, sort of just behind his shoulder. I want to make sure that if he gets too relaxed and goes to sway and fall backwards, that I will be able to grab him, I'll be able to stabilize him, and if needed, use two hands to really secure him. Now, he doesn't get to that stage, but I'm still prepped and ready should that happen. During the induction, you hear me say at one point, as you sway, allow yourself to go even deeper, because you can't see this on camera, it's very subtle, but because my hand is now touching him, I can feel that, and I'm exaggerating as I move my hand here, I feel that level of sway, very minor, but I know he can feel it, and that becomes a hypnotic feedback loop to say, oh, I am swaying, and so I must be going even deeper. So utilizing things that are happening within his environment, and from a health and safety point of view, identifying that he is swaying, and at any point he could sway even more and fall backwards. That's the why I'm holding on to his shoulder. A, to provide feedback, and B, to protect him. So we then move in to the first skit, which is the foot stick. It's a very popular one because it's a nice, light, easy one for them to fully immerse into. And his responses are wonderful. Not only is he very verbal about that and saying, oh, that's crazy, but he's also looking around. You really see his what the heck is happening here look on his face as he looks at his friends sitting down and looking on. So all that helps to give me really positive green flags to say, yes, he's 100%, 190% into hypnosis, and we can move on to something maybe a bit more adventurous in terms of skits and effects that we're going to let the audience, the onlookers, enjoy and experience as well as him. I then move on to the name amnesia skit, and again, that is gold dust for me because his responses are just wonderful. That point at what he looks around and looks at his friends and says, what the is going on here? I mean, you couldn't make that up. It's so natural and so bewildering in his response. I love it. He really was a star for that. One thing again you might not have picked up on, his name was so well gone that I suggested that he could say his surname. I said, you can't say your surname. That was a hypnotic suggestion, a positive suggestion that he can say his surname, but his name was so well out of his mind that he couldn't even recall his surname. So technically speaking, that was a failure on my part, but I didn't go, oh no, stop, you can't say it. I didn't over labor it. I just moved on smoothly to the next section, and I told him his name was Bob. And despite this gentleman being clearly having a foreign name like myself, and Bob being quite an English name, he beautifully accepted that my name's Bob. I even got him to look at his ID, and as he looked at his ID, he went, that's not my name, my name's Bob. Beautiful in its execution of that skit and his responses to it. He really was confused, and again, that shows you how powerful the mind is. Not because I'm controlling him and making him have a new name, it's because he's accepted the suggestions he wants to accept, and he's rejected the suggestions he didn't want to accept. He's always in control. As much as it looks like I'm taking control of the situation, he's still in control. Now, I've talked a lot about his responses, but again, also the audience participation responses. There was a point during the name amnesia where I said, even if you hear it, you can't say it. And I got his friends to shout out the name. And this is before I'd introduced the Bob idea. And they shouted at his name and he couldn't say it. So never be afraid, if you're doing some street hypnosis, to engage in the audience. They always play along. There's never been a time where I've said, what's his name? And they go, I'm not saying it, I'm not getting involved. They always get involved. So do engage in the audience, and again that helps with the total entertainment. You're not just hypnotizing this gentleman, you're giving other people an experience. Even if there's just one friend watching, that's your audience, and you need to incorporate them and make sure they are happy and understand what's going on and engaging in the process. When we moved on to "Your name is Bob," right at the end I said, what's his name again? And this time some people said Bob and some people said his real name. Now that in itself is beautiful entertainment, because I'm now putting a bit of pressure. People are going, oh, should I say Bob because I know it's not Bob, or do I play along and it's Bob? People engage in this way in a variety of ways, and that again keeps you on your toes as an entertainer in that improvisational situation, because you don't know what somebody's going to say next in any situation, whether it's the person being hypnotized, the subject, or the onlookers, the audience. That's beautiful as well, and that's why I said at the start I'm talking about not just his responses but their responses too. You've got to be on your toes in this profession when you're doing this sort of street hypnosis entertainment, because you never know what's going to happen next. So I hope you liked that video. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial as well. I hope you learned something about hypnosis today and about performing street hypnosis as well, the performance side. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget, click the subscribe button and that bell notification button next to the subscribe button. If I don't release a video next week, then you will get notified if you click that button as soon as a new video comes out. And don't forget, make sure you comment in the comment section below. Is there anything you saw in that video that I didn't cover off and you would like more information on? Ask it in the comment section below. And if you just enjoyed the video, if you're watching the video, I want to know, did you turn up and watch it? Drop me a comment in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and I love feeding back to your comments, so I do appreciate everything that you do to help me and support this channel. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you now. I'll leave you with this video coming up next. This video was shot at the same location earlier in the day with another lovely subject where she really had some fun skits. So do check that one out next.